Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day it may be for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Layback Gamer, and we are back with some more Civilization 4 Cavemen to Cosmos. And in today's episode, we're just picking off from last time. I noticed when I was looking through trying to pick a track on, what would I like to start off today with? I noticed that I didn't actually have the boss fight for the Panda King from Sly Cooper Thievius Raccoonus, otherwise known as Flame Foo. And so I spent a few minutes this morning trying to figure out, which download did I use again? Because I think the normal one that I use, it's, for whatever reason, it's only downloading MP4 files instead of MP3. And an MP3 is, well, it's smaller and it's easier for my computer to, I can play it off of the music, off of Groove Music or whatever the app's called for computer. And it also is a much smaller file size than compared to just a blank video. At least I think it's a much smaller file size. Not 100% sure. It also has the nice benefit that if I ever want to use it as background music in one of my Filmora edits, I can just throw it in there without having to make the video even bigger in file size. At least I believe. I don't know. I'm not much of a computer guy. I know what I know. I know what works, and I just stick with it. Speaking of what works, could we please work a little bit faster, computer? I do have a class at 10 o'clock that I need to get to, but I figured, hey, I got a little bit of time to... If I record this and then have this editing while I'm doing some homework later on today, that'd be good. And also, I just wanted to wake up to a little bit of games today, so... Aww. That ranger had so much potential, and then it decided to suicide itself into a barbarian. Curse you, dumb AI! I'm not a fan of bad AI. It's like, I have all these bonuses against animals, and this barbarian axeman is not an animal, but he's looking at me funny, so he must die! At least that's what I think they were thinking in their final moments. No idea what that ranger was thinking. All I know is it couldn't have been that good. Anyways, we got ourselves. We're starting to get towards athletics, and a little bit more. We need to keep climbing the research tree because, well, the Egyptians. They're going to catch up, but actually they've been kind of catching up in strength. Then again, I haven't been gaining a whole lot because I haven't been building units. I've been more or less focusing on some infrastructure. Oh, this is a StarCraft one. I was thinking, which track was this? I think this particular one, you see it when you're boarding the Bucephalus. If I remember correct. Yep, indeed. I only think you hear this track whenever either Valerian or Arcturus is part of it. I think isn't the track itself called I Mengsk? Yeah, it is. It's called I Mengsk. Or I, Mengsk. By the way, if you're into the StarCraft universe, good read. That was a good book. It explains quite a bit of lore behind. Well, has a little bit of lore for that universe. Oh, hello there. You're Ensnare 3. Go hunting. Hey. He wanted a hippopotamus, and he took the hippopotamus. So you know what I say? Good for you. Very good. Very good indeed. And I want to say this may have been a bit of a remix for oh, maybe not. Or never mind. Anyways, with regards to civilization, well, not a whole lot to talk about at the moment. You guys are still very angry at us, and we seem to be. The Mongols are like, you know what? We're pretty happy with you guys. We can respect you. They like the cut of our jib. Years of peace have strengthened our relations. We appreciate the years you have supplied us with resources. Same right. Our trade relations have been fair and forthright, and you let our ambassadors in. I'm guessing since that's still a benefit, people must be executing ambassadors. Which, that's an interesting thought. Just walking up to just assassinating ambassadors as you send them over. Like, no, you do not get to live today. None of you get to live today. I'm trying to talk my way through some of these. Between waiting for turns, so it fills up a little more time. Oh, speaking of more time, we got the triumphant column. I don't know why we were having more time. Okay, maybe we saved some time with the military production. Haha! There you go. See, I turned it around. Builds faster with marble and stone. Ooh. Thought I already finished this one. We do control the Great Lighthouse. Maybe we are able to get these quests again. Let's see here. Great Zimbabwe. I can't build triremes! No! I can't actually build triremes! I just realized that. I can't go for it again because I don't have any triremes to build. Myth or story? I'm gonna go with the story. Yes. Everybody likes a good story. Well, most people like a good story. I know I do. Oh, I guess this track also plays elsewhere. And let's see here. You build a road to here. Yep. And you, mule worker, go this way. And end a turn. Probably want to just keep somebody with Mountaineer fortified on this tile here. That's why it's always might not be the best idea to settle on a mountain tile, or close to a mountain tile, with this mod enabled. Because we could easily do hit and run attacks from mountains. And I don't think our enemies will be able to do anything about it. I love being able just to go, haha, you cannot do anything against me. I'm too powerful and stuck in this mountain and freezing off. But if there's something that I know you can't do, it's hit me from down there. Haha, you peasant. Or at least that's probably what some of the guys would think if they could think. Ugh. Alright, kind of how to think. Hey, look, we're one turn away from athletics at long last. And 50 turns away from getting another great person. I wonder what great person we'll have in Slain. Well, we're probably going to have a priest, but I wouldn't mind getting the engineer. For just because it's not a priest. And more production. There we go, more production. That's why I want the great engineer. Even though I'm more than likely going to get the priest. Don't really need another a great priest, though. Sure, I think they make some money. But we kind of built everything with them that we can. Now we just need to... let's see here. Alrighty. So... Time to queue up all of our buildings. So many buildings. Oh, of course, this is also in Detroit, so it's a, oh, a chalk pit. I didn't know you had chalk pits there. Sandy beaches, sand pit, furrier, healer's hut. Speaking of, yep, crime and disease are at a incredible low, which I like. I don't want that. No, let's not bother with it. Crafter's hut. Sage's hut. Woodcarver's hut. Counter's hut. I have a lot of huts. Let's go crosses and then fighting pits. Have that kind of counter itself out. Dog breeder. Oh, I could hear the cutscene playing out in the back of my mind as I'm listening to this track. Oh, I could just hear the words to it. And it's glorious. Alright, and keep going. Brewery, cellar, so much stuff to build. I'm gonna get it all queued up now because I don't want to have to do this about 10 turns later. Sure, we'll get carnival. Everybody gets carnival. You get carnival. You get carnival. All of you get carnival. And the pigeon coop. Sundial. Mercenary camp. Oh, apparently we're going back in order. Oh, it's not set on shuffle. That's why. There we go. Oh, of course. Pop up back down there. Grab this. Thank goodness not holding shift doesn't immediately cancel out everything else. That would be mildly infuriating. No, I don't want an assassin's den. Yeah, I'll queue up top patrol at the very end. Oop, that's F1. Oh, okay. Never mind. That does the trick, though. Wolf Enclosure. From the Red Fox. Alright. How's our... Oh, we're not done just yet. Let's see here. Go ahead and route down to San Francisco. Alright, now we'll come down here and check out our lands. Belly bowman. And some siege weapons. How are we coming along on our... Yeah, so we're training up some more defenses. Can I build it yet? Wow, we can build so much. But yes, we can finally build that. We'll actually queue that up. Ooh! I found platinum! Where did we find platinum? Hey! We have a source of platinum in Chicago. Alright, we'll need to get a... We'll need to... there's a couple of buildings I think that goes along with platinum. But that's exciting. That's another really good resource. Well, not really good resource, but it's a resource that we can use in our... in making money. I don't... Does it platform alloy into anything? I'm actually going to look that up real quick. Let's see here. Platinum. What can we use? Silver suede. Why is it valued so much? Platinum is a member of the Platinum Group. Ha 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 ha! You don't say. Anyways. It has 6 naturally occurring isotopes. It is one of the rarer elements. It occurs in some nickel and copper ores with some native deposits, mostly in South Africa, which accounts for 80% of the world's production. There you go. Nobody said that this channel can't be factual, and you don't learn something. Because it's sacred, only a few hundred tons are produced annually, giving it its important use. It's one of the least reactive metals. It's remarkably resistant to corrosion and even at high temperatures. Therefore, is considered a noble metal. It is often found chemically uncombined as native. Because it occurs naturally in alluvial sands along rivers. It was first used by pre-Columbian South American natives to produce artifacts. What exactly is it used for? Let's go down. Let's shuffle down to uses. It was originally, I think, used as artifacts and sort of stuff. We're ready to tick over in the turn.
If you want to run
a
mile. If you want to experience a different life, run a marathon.
Oops. I did not mean to do that. That was sort of an accident. So, with athletics, where is it? Oh, here we go. We get access to Olympic Games, which requires a total of 8 Coliseums, and a city size of at least 6. Apparently, the city loses a lot of its military production, but gets a ton of trade yield. So we'll want to put that in a city that we don't plan on producing military units. We also have athletic fields, which replaces the playing fields, and this obsoletes the jump rope. Or at least the jump rope as a useful building. Not as a useful... What is going on with the Ottoman Empire? Somebody's eating them apart. I don't think it's Egypt. It's gotta be somebody else. What is happening to you? Make peace. Oh. That's probably... It's either Saladin or... the Incans. I'm going to assume it's the Incans eating them apart. What do you want for this? Mummification. Sure, you don't look like you're long for this world, so we'll take that. Or they're just really fractured. Hello, Saladin of the Arabian Empire. Can I make contact with the Incans? What do you want for this? Mummification. You got it. Incans. Yeah, that might do it. Alright, so looks like I'm going to assume that the Arabians spawned off the Ottoman. They're slowly fracturing. You know, ironically, that could have been, all things could say... Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not, I'm learning a lot about history, but there's still some holes in my, knowledge, but That could actually be a little ironic that the Arabians are breaking off from the Ottoman, considering I'm pretty sure the Ottoman Empire did have control over most of the lands that we consider to be Arabian. Let's see. Oop, nope, sorry, I don't care. The Incan Empire. We encourage you to stop trading with our bitter enemy. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like you're really at one to... Well, apparently they're also at war. We'd love to, but you'll have to contact them. What are you talking about? I am in contact with them. As a matter of fact, I'm going to war with them. You try my patience. Yes, I do. All the time. Yeah, you get meditation and horse breeding off of them. We do have a lot more text than they do. However, we know a good chunk of their cities. Anyways, let's, destroying the mine there. I don't think so. Why'd you stop? You're supposed to be keep, road that way. Excuse me. Ooh, dog worker or mule worker. Go to mule. Mule's a little more, useful for our purposes. So, I think by the looks of it, the Incans definitely spawned in at the start of the game. So they were here. I almost want to say, well, I don't know. Brazil's probably still one of those settlements that just popped out of nowhere. One of the first ones. Arabia clearly spawned off of the Ottoman. Oh, excuse me. That would be my best guess. I'm going to assume as a revolt, or they revolted. Which probably means that the Ottoman Empire is going to continue to fracture even more. Once you start fracturing, it's a little hard to keep people together. I mean, just ask the British Empire. Ask them what happens when you start wedge a divide between people. Anyways, and the Dutch spawned off of barbarians too, so... Okay, I'm pretty sure those settlements will just end up no longer existing when we do hit the end of the era, because, like I said, by the time we hit the end of this era, we're gonna reload the game at a higher difficulty, since we seem to be I'm not sure if the more exciting bits are going to happen just yet, or when they're going to happen, but yeah, I'm not really sure. Hopefully we get a little more excitement going. And who knows? This is kind of making me want to also play a vanilla, or maybe a more lightly modded Civilization game. I'd have to look up mods for Civ 4. Fort. Nothing interesting. But you can go ahead and start to route to this city. Alright, we have another medicine man. Oh, and this one was apparently born with an astrology sign for first strikes. A star's favor unit produced in the city. Alright, so our disease should be going down soon. Crime is still a little bit up, but we can reduce it. I mean, we've actually done a pretty good job at Simbel. Abu Simbel has been built on that's a great person. Saladin has adopted trade, and William's golden age has ended. Well, congratulations for them. Anyway, if we could get the disease under control inside the city here, actually, oh my god, yeah. That should go a long way towards stabilizing our captured Egyptian city. And then we gotta start heading out soon because their military's starting to get a little big. And I'm not much of a fan of that. If it gets too big, then we're gonna have a hard fight on our hands. I mean, we basically walked in here with no, we basically were able to walk through the front door because I think most of their military is pretty depleted after the war against the Indians. Now they're starting to rebuild their war engine back up, and I don't like that. We gotta get more cities on this continent captured. One thing I could also do inside is build up normal walls, or just build some walls up. That would help keep them out. Okay, yeah, now I'm kind of officially out of things to talk about. I'm going to keep talking through this since, well, I've actually managed to do a good job at talking between turns. Oh, look at that. Ticked over to the next turn. You want rite of passage. Don't care. I do care about the Plato's Academy. What a lovely track to end on, too. Alright, there we go. We have to pay quite a bit for maintenance, but we can turn 3 citizens into scientists for tourism, 25 education, which that should go a long way to help out with science, 25 speakers for culture, and a point towards great scientists. Alright, lovely. Okay, I'm gonna end this turn, and we'll probably end up taking 2 more turns, and then calling it the end. Ooh, sweet, we have a border expansion. Not that that really matters in San Francisco. No, I want you to route up to here, please. And you... charter route to these rabbits here. I don't actually know where my next city's going up, but it's going to be around here somewhere. And we could use the roads to cut through the desert. And the dunes. A fair trade agreement with the Mongols. May anger rivals, increases trade revenue. You know what? Sure. You, my friend, I think you've earned it. I don't want to start trading this one just yet. Alright. Fair enough. Pretty sure I have access to all of this except for olive oil. Although I could get that olive oil pretty quickly. Oh yeah, so now we can also, if we wanted to, we can borrow units from them, or we can trade for some units. Oh, cool. You have one of these roaming around as well. So do I. You also have battering rams. If I could choose what city they go to... Aw, I don't have a choice but to let a building die. If I could have... I don't know how that mechanic works 100%, but if I could choose what city they go to, aside from just having it default to the capital... Oh no, a wild secretary bird. Oh no, it's going to kill us all! It's the Egyptian secret weapon. I knew they were harboring something like that. Right, very well, men. Point your weapons at the sea. We're going to throw everything at it. Until that bird is dead. That should demoralize the Egyptians. Meanwhile, they're taking back that city. Anyways, enough with that shenanigans. It's time to end the episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you really enjoyed. And don't forget to share this video or any of my other videos to anybody who you think will enjoy my content. When we return, we're getting some combat sports, which will provide the arena. It's weird that we got the arena before we got Olympic... Oh, no, wait, hold on. No, I'm wrong. It requires a Coliseum. Which, I don't actually know where the Coliseum is. Anyways, we'll be able to get the arena, which it replaces pit fighting. Actually reduces crime, which is great. And then we'll be on to getting some aristocracy, which gives us nobles. And the French. I'm not going to say anything about that. I could go a little funny, but I don't think I'm going to. Let's see. We are, how many ticks? 22 ticks away from being able to get medieval lifestyle. But we are going to, before we head off to medieval lifestyle, we are going to stop and pick up some of the text that we've left behind. So, till that time comes, ladies and gentlemen, take it easy.